Good morning guys, it's Tim from Advancing Car Technologies, and today we've been working on a Mercedes Vito V447 and we've installed this Alpine Vito specific head unit with some Audison speakers. We've integrated the factory reversing camera and a whole host of other bits, but we're not here to talk too much about what we've done. We're here to talk about this awesome sort of media box that we were sent over the Christmas period, of being able to soup up any vehicle that's got wired CarPlay, either Alpine or Audis or Volkswagens or vehicles like that where you've got your normal CarPlay. This system piggybacks on top of the CarPlay setup and gives you, it basically soups up your CarPlay experience and gives you an all-in-one media box that can connect to your Wi-Fi on your phone as a hotspot, or most cars nowadays have internal Wi-Fi, especially like the newer Audis and Volkswagens, so you can just link it to that, or if you've got a phone you can just link it to that. That's no problems. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug it in, let it boot up. It takes about 30 seconds to a minute to boot up. Just gonna pop it down here. I have linked this to our Wi-Fi network at the office just so we get a bit more of a better connection because we're parked outside. But it's very important, it's a bit of a disclaimer with this box, it allows a moving image. So this module and this media system is only to be used when the vehicle is stationary. Can't endorse you to use it whilst you're driving because that's not safe. It's mainly if you're at the shops and you're waiting for your other half to come back, you can watch some Netflix, you can watch some YouTube, or if you're camping, because quite a lot of the systems we do are into the transporter markets. If I had a T6 or a T5 I'd be doing it on that, but today it is this Vito. So it's going to ask you for your safety concerns. You get full touchscreen control. I am going to do another video on this for the Audi, the Volkswagen and the Halo 9 because that's one of the more popular systems, but it's quite a good system to be able to use it with. Now we've worked really closely with the manufacturer of this one because their standalone system, the resolution didn't really work for Alpine because they use some weird resolution, but we've worked with them, they've sorted it out over the Christmas period, and now we have this really nice flush looking media system. We've still got the vehicle behind the scenes. I'm just letting it connect up so you get your date and all that sort of stuff. Let me just find the car. So you still get the system there. It shows up as Apple CarPlay here, and just to be able to get into it you just obviously tap that. Still waiting for the date and time, and then we know the Wi-Fi is all sorted out. But what I'm going to do is, whilst it's doing all of that behind the scenes, I'm just going to explain some of the extra features that you get. So you get full touchscreen control. There's a USB module that you can use with this module, so you can get Google Maps, but if you've got this Alpine head unit or your Audi or Volkswagen, you've got all of that anyway. Phonecast, that's so if you've got Androids, or even you can connect up your phone to mirror what is on the screen, which is quite cool. I'm not going to bother to show you that now because it's pretty standard. You get what you see on here, but there's a load of apps in here that will allow you to do that anyway. You can connect the USB, but not sure why you would do that. Settings is pretty straightforward. Bluetooth phone, you're never really going to use it because the Alpine can handle all, your factory system can handle all that. It's mainly for vehicles that won't have that. You can change the themes. Again, there's no real point going into that. Version info, car goes back. But most important stuff is the More Apps function and the Google Play Store. Now, Google Play Store, it's an Android-based unit, so you can download whatever app you can from the Play Store onto the unit. You get about 30 gigabytes worth of storage from memory, and you can download games and all this sort of stuff. Like I said, it's all to do with being stood still, not driving, etc, etc. So it gives you something to do whilst you're in the vehicle, and it's quite cool that you can, it's very responsive. So that's me doing it. Pretty cool. Your controls are here, which can move, so if you've got to do something on the keyboard you can move them about the screen, which is quite cool. You've got your like a Hey Google type function going on there, and you can just go back or use the home button and away you go. So that's how you download your apps. So the More Apps, now I've downloaded certain apps in here just to give you an overview of what is possible on this system. So first and foremost, YouTube. It might take, because we're outside at the moment, the Wi-Fi connection to the module isn't that good from outside because it's meant to be an inside, so the Wi-Fi chip isn't as strong as it could be. So yeah, full YouTube videos. We'll just go to our channel, your channel, give it a second to load up. there we go, 18,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, always worthwhile. And there's our videos. We'll just quickly play one that I know we're allowed to play, this one. Because we own the rights to the music. It's one of our Transporter T6 videos that we're... Oh, get a couple of ads. Let's get rid of that. Skip ad. It's probably going to resume from where we started off with. So give it a couple of seconds. But like I said, because we're outside and the Wi-Fi is in the building, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Here's our YouTube video that we're doing. It's still doing the resolution, so that's why it's a bit pixelated. But you'll get as good as what this screen can offer once the video is downloaded. So we'll just let that run for a couple of seconds. There you go. We'll leave that for the time being. And yeah, any YouTube video you want to watch, it's all in there. Right, so next one on the list, I will probably go to Netflix. Again, this is something people who've had Halos, especially the Halo 9s, they want a built-in Netflix system so that when they're camping, when they're parked up, they can watch their videos downloaded or just streaming it depending on your data connection. But if you're at home, you may as well just download it so that it's in the memory of the vehicle. All the latest things, glad the office is back, Cobra Kai, Breaking Bad, all the good stuff that you want to be watching. Not going to bother too much about showing you it because of the rights and stuff, but yeah, it's all there, it works, I tried it, I really enjoy it. So, let's bring the menu back up. Next one we're going to try is Spotify. So, yes, the Alpine can give you the Spotify app through the CarPlay or Android Auto, or you can stream the music. But I really like this interface because Spotify knows how big this screen is, so you get a nice, decent size screen. Don't judge me on my collection. You can search, you can go to your library, you can play it, and there you go. Let's turn that down. Might have to blank that out because we can't do the musics. So we'll pause that, move that out of the way, and then go to the media player when it comes up in a second. Just turn that down, click play, and away you go. So whilst you're driving, you want to listen to your Spotify collection and get decent artwork and all that sort of stuff. It's all there for you. Okay, so what's next? Let's go out. We've done Spotify. Chrome we can go to. Again, if you're using this Vito that we're in as a works vehicle, so it's perfect opportunity if you want to get work done and you don't want to use your phone to be able to type small and all this sort of stuff. You can just literally tether up, go to the website that you want. It is like a normal web browser, and there's our website. It's pretty simple, it's pretty fast as well, and it's very reactive. And there you go, Halo 9, Westphalia tow bars, Transporter Specialist. It's really cool. I really like it. You've got your Google search function, which is a bit like Chrome, so we'll click that there just so you can have a see of it. Oh, don't know if I clicked it. So yeah, there you go. You've got the Siri, not Siri, you've got the Hey Google function there, so you just tap that, and if you've used the Google app, you're pretty well versed with it. We'll come out again. You've got your assistant so that you can speak to the unit. It does actually work quite well. I've tried it, but I'm not going to bother on this one. Google Home. So if you've got a smart home or any devices like the hubs or things like that, then they'll all pop up in here. We don't have that much in the office, but it's all here. It knows it wants to do certain things. You can see our TVs and all of that. That's quite cool. One thing I'm really impressed with is I use at home Google Nest. So I have a doorbell camera, I've got the thermostat control, and I've got the Nest Protects for fire and smoke and all this sort of stuff. And it's on here. So if I'm parked up and at a garage or something like that, and I want to pop on the hot water whilst the camera is sorting it out, I can bash it on, turn it on, and it will then control my heating at home, which is, I love this sort of stuff. We come out, thermostat. So if I want to change the temperature, there's no one at home at the moment, so that's why it's set to 16, but there you go. That would now be changing my thermostat at home. And if I just put it to above, say 20 degrees, give it a couple of seconds, and then it will eventually go orange and show you that the home is now heating. I have to remember to turn that off because there's no point heating it just for the pussycats. So yeah, come out of that. Oh, you probably saw it there, 20 degrees. Set it up. Like I said, it is dependent on your Wi-Fi signal and stuff like that. And because we're outside, oh there you go. So it's lost connection just because I'm nowhere near. Right. The last one I want to show you is something that isn't available on the Play Store because it's been removed, but we have a security system because we do CCTV installations called Hikvision. They have an app called HikConnect, but Android has to use an APK. So we've downloaded the APK software into the unit and it's linked to our cameras here. Now, not really much use whilst you're driving, but again, it's there for you to be able to, whilst you're parked up, just check on things and all of that. Right, so as we've got quite a few cameras on our building and because they're all 4K cameras, it might struggle to load a little bit, but it will give you a general idea of what's going on. So it's starting to load some of the cameras here. Normally it's iron fast. You can see me down here. Hopefully if I just double tap that, you'll see me down here. Give it a second, open the door, let it go, give it a couple of seconds to catch up. There you go, close it. The delay is only there because it's of how it's connecting through and all this sort of stuff. But this shows our shuttered doors. Okay, and so another cool one I wanted to show you, just because I like stuff like this. This is our dome camera, because it's a bit more of an advanced version. It's got PTZ, wiper control and all this sort of stuff. So like I can get the camera to do a wiper function. So if it's raining and stuff like that. I can also do PTZ, so I can pan and tilt the camera around using this. I'm not sure the stability is there just for this video, just because of what the amount of data that it's using. But I can go left and right, up and down. Might just try go left and see if it reacts. It might take a couple of seconds again, like it did on the last one. As you can see, the time keeps dropping out, so it's just struggling with the data at the moment because of where the Wi-Fi is in comparison to the vehicle. You won't get this because you'll be using a hotspot. There you go. It's tracking a vehicle at the moment that it's just seen coming into the estate. So it's zoomed in and all this sort of stuff. Gone back to its native control, and you can call presets like we can call number 2. See if it does it. Might not now. There you go. No, it can't do it because it's just asking too much from the Wi-Fi, and it's not the closest option. Let me just straighten this camera out again. Okay, right. So those are some of the functions that I've downloaded into the system. You've of course have the Play Store to be able to do all of the cool apps that you want to do. And one thing I just wanted to show as well is that when you're playing Spotify or YouTube or whatever, you will get it in the media control center here that you can then control, play. There you go, pause it. And one last thing is you can move apps to the front page. So, for instance, you can move, let's say, the Nest one up into here. You can then take ones like that you wouldn't really use, like the USB drive and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, a really cool bit of kit, a really good way of advancing the Alpine systems to give you a lot more functionality. And like I said, you've still got it all behind the scenes. You've still got your DAB and your music and all that. But if you want a bit of a better system, not too fussed about using an Android media center, then this is really cool. It's going to be going on the website. I'll link to it in the description below so you can find it. As long as you've got Apple CarPlay installed into your vehicle already, whether it's Audi, Volkswagen, Alpine, etc., then this system will go in and it will work and it will look like this and you get all that functionality. But again, remember, you can't use this whilst driving. It's there for your safety. It's only for when you're sat up to be able to watch Netflix and stuff like that. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Don't forget, if you like these types of videos, subscribe to the channel. It makes it all worthwhile for us. And thanks for watching.